Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And if my bookshelves look different, that's because I am in my new house. I really like it here. It's a lot, I like it a lot better than the old apartment that I was in. This is just like a house that's like kind of split into a duplex by my landlord. So I have just a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, but yeah, I really like it. So yeah, that's not what you're here for. So for this video, I just wanted to talk about the books that I want to read in fall. Especially during the fall, I really like creepy atmospheric books. So I'm just going to be talking about some that I would like to read this fall. The main months I'm talking about are September and October, but some of these may flow over into November. I'm just not really sure. I did just start grad school, so I'm not totally sure like how much time I will have to read and everything. But yeah, these are the ones that I really want to read soon. One that I would like to talk about that I've already read, but I think would be great to read during the spooky season, is House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I loved this book. It's one of my favorite books of the year so far, and it's basically a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, and there are ghosts. It's really creepy. I don't get scared easily, so it wasn't scary for me, but I can definitely see how it would be scary for other people. I really enjoyed the balance of like the descriptions of all the pretty dresses and balls and everything like that. I guess like almost like mythology in this book, and the balance of those aspects with the creepy like ghosts, like darkness of it. That's, yeah, creepy ghost darkness. You're a grad student, allegories, yeah. The next book is one that I am currently reading, which is The Turn of the Key. Oh, I don't have the cover on it right now, but it's The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. And this book is basically just about this lady who goes to nanny for this family who lives in like a smart house, and the story is told through her letters that she's writing from jail to a lawyer, and she is explaining to the lawyer why or how she did not do the crime that she is in jail supposedly having committed. So yes, I'm on page 148. I'm really liking it so far. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna have to this week before the weekend to finish it, but I definitely hope I can finish it on the weekend, if not before, just depending on like how much homework I have and everything. The next book I have that I really want to read is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I started to reread of the series last fall, and I got through like book 4, and then I just stopped for some reason. And then I read the 5th one, The Order of the Phoenix, this like spring or early summer. So I would like to read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows if I have time this fall, so I can finally complete that reread. And then I have the illustrated editions now, so that way I can, after I finish rereading these copies and annotating them, I can start over and start reading the illustrated editions. So the next book on my list that I really want to read is Lock and Key by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. So this is about Key House, which is a mansion in New England, and the doors transform all who dare to walk through them. and is also home to a hate-filled and relentless creature that will not rest until it forces open the most terrible door of them all. So, I don't know. I heard like maybe last year that this book was supposed to be this graphic novel, I guess. It's a graphic novel. It's supposed to be really creepy, so I really wanted to read it last year, but I just never got around to getting it. They had it on Book Outlet last year, and I was gonna get it, but I didn't have money, so by the time I had money to get it, it was gone. So this year they had it on Book Outlet again, so I got it finally. So yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a year now, so I'm super excited. So the next book on my list is Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl of Nightmares by Kendare Blake. I actually don't have Anna Dressed in Blood yet, but I'm hoping I can buy it soon. I don't really want to read the back of this one because I don't want to spoil myself for the first one, but I think Anna is like a ghost, and I don't know. I think there's like a boy who just moved into a house and she's like haunting that house and they like fall in love or something. I don't know. Hopefully that's close to right. If not, I'm sorry. Alright, the next one that I have is Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. And this is a short story collection of just like horror stories by various authors. So I'll just give some examples of authors in here. Kendare Blake, J. Kristoff, April Genevieve Tuchoke, Lee Bardugo, A.G. Howard, Marie Lu. Hey baby, hello. Yeah? Autumn wants to let y'all know what books she's gonna read in the fall too, apparently. Autumn is my cat, if you can't tell. The next book I have on my list is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and this one is not as high priority, I guess, as the other ones are, but I still thought I would put it on here just in case I have a chance to get to it. The next book I have for this list is Strange Grace by Tessa Gratton. I apologize if you can hear Autumn munching on her food because I am in the kitchen and her food is in the kitchen, and she just loves to eat when I'm in here, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so Strange Grace is about this village that has a slaughter moon, and it's basically, from my understanding, it's the devil needs a body to fill a bargain. Okay, so when the slaughter moon rises, the village must sacrifice a young man to the depths of the devil's forest. So it rises early this year, and that's basically all I know, but it sounds witchy, so I really want to read it. The next book I have is actually like, I have the first two books in the series right now. And that is The Diviners by Libba Bray and Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. I actually have heard lots of people say that the audiobook for The Diviners is really good, so I may do that just because I'm not totally sure if I'm gonna have, like, how much time I'm going to have to read, because I have, like, in September, not including like class readings, I have 3 papers, 2 presentations, and I have to co-teach a lecture. So, and that's just for class. That doesn't include work or like anything else that I just want to do. So I think listening to the audiobook of this would be helpful to help me like be able to read all of the books, and it's supposed to be a really good audiobook, so it's like a win-win situation, you know? The next book is another one that I'm not totally sure if I'm gonna get to. It's definitely not as high priority as some of these that I've mentioned, but that book is The Outsider by Stephen King, and I've actually never read a Stephen King book before. But the cover just looked really like Halloweenish to me, so that's why I wanted to read it. But yeah, I got this hardcover of this for $1, or maybe it was $2 or $3 at the library. Either way, it's a steal, so I may be reading this one, but it's not as high a priority as some of them. So the next book on this list is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I would say this is almost like a classic or normal YA series now, but it's basically about this girl, Mara Dyer, who wakes up in a hospital with no memory of how she got there. Oh, my cat's looking out the window. She's so cute. I think it's just basically a paranormal YA romance. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. The last book that I have on this list for now is The Beast is an Animal by Peregrines van Arsdale. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but this book, I've actually had this book for a while. I got it before Halloween last year, and I was like, oh, I want to read it at Halloween time, and I never got around to it, so Halloween time again this time. Okay, so the first line on the back, Alice was 7 the first time she saw the Soul Eaters, so that's a good start. But yeah, there's like basically a forest nearby, and there's a beast that lives in the forest. Basically the nearby village are like, they're all like terrified of the beast and the Soul Eaters. But then Alice has to go through a journey in the forest that has, you know, the Soul Eaters and the beast. And apparently she hides a truth about herself that she can reveal to no one. So I don't know, but hold on one second while I show you what my cat is doing. I don't know if you can see it. Oh man. Okay. Well, basically, I don't know how to switch this. Basically, she was like on this bookshelf. Oof, what am I doing? She was on this bookshelf. Not that one. This one. Behind the books. That was harder to figure out than I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, she's so cute. So yeah, that's all the books that I know of at the moment that I am hoping to read this fall, September and October, and potentially November. We'll just see how it goes. And there may be some, I just placed a book outlet order, another one. I did like 2 in a row, and they sent me a coupon in this order, so maybe I can order again soon. But yeah, let me go see if I can get my computer to pull up the books I have on there to see if there's anything I want to add. Okay, so on this list that I may want to read this fall is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch and The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. So yeah, those are the books that I'm hoping to read this fall. Not including like new releases, because I do have like a list of new releases that I am looking forward to hopefully buying and reading. So yeah, thank you for watching, and let me know what books that you want to read during the fall. If you have any like spooky book recommendations, if you read any of the ones I've mentioned and like what you thought about them. So that's it. We'll see you in my next video, whenever that is. Bye.